Friday, August 6th edition of the Carolina Weather Video. I'm meteorologist Matthew East here with you. What an active weather day yesterday. Numerous areas of rain and storms moving through. Just a slew of severe thunderstorm warnings and quite a number of wind damage reports. Let me show you the compilation of those wind damage reports and really all the damage reports from the Storm Prediction Center. And all those blue dots, and when you add them all up across the lower 48, there are 325 of them. But anyway, all those blue dots represent where wind damage was reported. And there was a lot of them across western North Carolina, central North Carolina, and much of the Virginias. A lot of damaging winds with the storms and just a number of severe thunderstorm warnings issued as we went through the afternoon and the evening on our Thursday. The radar imagery here from the 5 o'clock hour this morning, fairly quiet. What's left of the big complex of storms that rolled through is exiting eastern South Carolina into the Atlantic Ocean. Now we have a cold front off to the west, a couple showers and storms firing along that. You can pick up the front fairly easily here. When you look at the wind contours, that front really right about there. And that'll drop into our region today. Behind the front, some drier air. These are the dew point temperatures this morning. And you're looking at widespread 50s dew point temperatures in the northern plains and the Great Lakes. And we're going to get some of that drier air in here by tomorrow. Here's the upper air chart today. Trough diving into the eastern part of the country, replacing that big ridge that's been across the southern U.S. But our old nemesis, the upper level ridge, comes back next week. This is Tuesday. And it's going to get pretty hot and pretty humid again next week. Let's talk about today. Today is the day the actual cold front comes through. And the placement of the rain chances today is pretty tricky. It all depends on the exact timing of that cold front as it moves on through the region. I think I'm going to have to mention the chance of at least a few showers and storms today, but certainly it'll be a day where the farther south you go, the better the storm chance will be. Chances greatest south of I-40 today. And there's the day one convective outlook. Where the storms do form, they could be, again, locally strong to severe, but I just don't think we see nearly the number of storms today that we saw yesterday. Now, tomorrow, we're going to get some of that drier air into place, but I'll still mention both Saturday and Sunday a small chance there for a couple of isolated storms. But most spots in North Carolina, at least, dry over the weekend. Better storm chances in South Carolina. Most of us dry, though, and it'll be noticeably less muggy tomorrow and Sunday. So a little bit of a reprieve from those very, very sky-high levels of humidity we've had much of this week. But, again, it gets hotter and muggier next week. Low 90s for highs over the weekend. We're probably as soon as Monday back into the mid-90s, and I think we're looking at mid to upper 90s in for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday before we might see a front try to drop in again on Friday. Mostly dry for next work week as well. Only an isolated storm chance and very hot and muggy conditions. So pretty nasty conditions in terms of the heat moving back in next week. And Colin is back with us, a classified tropical storm again. And this is an interesting satellite imagery. It's still battling really hostile upper-level winds. You can pretty easily pick out. There's the center of Colin. Very well-defined low-level circulation with it, but all the deep convection is east of that low-level center this morning. And certainly the shear taking a toll on the system. This is the official National Hurricane Center forecast. This will not affect the U.S. mainland. But it will pass pretty close to Bermuda later tomorrow on Saturday. There's the various computer model guidance. Relatively good agreement, although the speed is a big question mark. But zoom into Bermuda. There's some of the computer model guidance in relation to Bermuda. And most of the modeling takes this just west of Bermuda. And, of course, with this system, the worst weather is to the east of the center. So whatever Colin has to offer, Bermuda will likely get, but this is not going to be a huge problem. This will almost certainly be a tropical storm as it moves through, so nothing terrible from Colin, but a pretty rough weather weekend coming for Bermuda, especially tomorrow. All right, that's it for today's edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Thank you for watching. Have a great weekend, and God bless.